Guys, I've been busy. Bought this because I'm gonna go buy some more junk in Missouri on Saturday. I don't think I did too bad, man. I got a new coupler coming for it. This one's a little bit sloppy, and it's got one of the tension bolts busted off the neck. I got hardware coming for that. I just picked up this 36-inch box. I'm gonna mount in here. A 12,000 pound winch. Mount between here. We're about to go hook up to the other trailer, the gray flatbed, and head to Arlen Metals in Clarksville and pick up some shit. You know, I'm gonna get some 1/4-inch angle to mount this winch, and then some other stuff I've been needing anyway. Got air in the tires. I ordered new caps and seals for this. Got oil for this. Got to go over the lights. It's the classic, you know, hey bud, will you check my lights before I go? And he says they all work, but they probably don't. So got to check them. And quite frankly, some of the wiring is as you would expect on this, man. Like we got a junction box we're using now, an abandoned junction box, and a wire mess. And then, you know, this comes back here. But then in the back here, I don't know if we can see this from here, but yeah, we got another junction box and another wire mess back here. And then I don't even know what the hell the purpose of these lights was. It has cutouts for, you know, decent lights, and you can see I mean, what even is this? But they got this shit zip tied or screwed or something on here, but it'll work for now. We'll fix that all up after we get back from Missouri. The deck is 24 foot plus a dove. Dove's probably 5 foot, and then it has a 8.5 long by 8 foot wide deck up top. So pretty nice, man. I gave $3,000 for it, and it brakes work. It pulls good. Just this coupler, you could watch this thing on these fine Tennessee roads, especially around Nashville, that this thing really wants to. It looks like it's gonna come off the ball, honestly. But we got B&W coming for that. Should be here tomorrow, maybe. What's today? Today's Tuesday. Wednesday or Thursday it should be here. And all the other shit should be here Wednesday or Thursday. I'm gonna go get this metal, and then we're gonna mount this box. We're gonna mount this winch. We got another Group 31 battery, similar to the one I have shoved in that 58 over there. I bought them for my old camper like a year or so ago. Got rid of the camper, cut the batteries because they're brand new. So I'll put that in here. I picked up a solar charger for it. I'm gonna make a bracket comes off the front here and mount the solar charger up there so we can keep that battery charged up. Came with a spare tire too, man. So that's all I got for right now. I've been busy. I've been busy. I'll be between this stupid fucking literature class I'm doing this summer, which I hate so much, and shit like buying this trailer and fixing this trailer and working on that 58 and buying other junk. I don't even know if I showed you guys other junk. Hold on. So we're gonna go buy some more. But we bought this out here, man. 1960 F250 big back window, custom cab. If it was an option then, it has it. Even has magic air and a little spotlight on there. Pretty cool. I paid $1,600 for that out of Missouri. It's a little rustier than I wanted, but we're gonna go look at some stuff Saturday, and might make my life a little bit easier for the rust on that thing. So that's why we got this, because that guy's got some stuff, and I'm gonna trade him some money for that stuff, for the most part. Hopefully, if it goes in my favor. All right, I gotta get out of here. We'll see you. Well, guys, we're back. And I made a list, you know, before I left. I'm trying to think out the metal I need. So I only gotta make one trip. And on my way home, I realized that I'm out of 1x1 square tubing, and I should have got at least one stick of that. So one day, we're gonna have to go back. We got some number 9, 3/4 expanded metal, 4x8 sheet. Man, is it more expensive than it used to be. $150 for that. I got some 1/4 inch angle, 2x2, 20 foot long. It was like 90 bucks. And then what you can't see under here is I have some 3/8 and some 1/2 inch just round stock, like round, not tube, but round bar. That's why I got tape down here to make sure that they didn't slide out of there. And it's just shit I keep needing, you know, stuff. I have a little stash of metal under here, but I keep needing other shit. And I hate going to local like Tractor Supply or Lowe's because that shit's fucking expensive in comparison to this. Like this 2x2 1/4 inch is like 50 bucks for 4 feet at I think Tractor Supply. I just paid 90 for 20 feet. You know what I mean? So I digress. What we're going to try to do here is we're going to put some angle across here. You know, 2 pieces, opening, you know, like so, and then like so, and then we're going to put we're going to space it for this plate, and we're going to mount the winch to that plate. But we'll use that the angle on the plate to just span this difference. And then I have some flat stock here already. I think I have some 1/4 inch too, but I'll probably just put a couple pieces in between the two angles around the area where this thing bolts on. So where it looks like out here, so out towards the ends. I'll do that, and I'll probably do it around where the winch bolts to this, which looks like it's in the middle. So maybe 4 pieces of that. I don't know. We'll see. But I gotta get this shit unloaded. I gotta open these doors because it's hot in here, and we're gonna get started. It's what time is it? Damn, it's almost 2 o'clock already. Been running around all damn day, guys. So I'm gonna try to get some of this done, make a little bit of video action, and see where this takes us. I know this isn't really rat rod-ish, but we need this, which is my new acquisition, to pick up rat rottishness in Missouri on Saturday. Well, I'm gonna head out Friday after work, and then Saturday we should go pick that stuff up. So we're just trying to get this thing burning right before we go. And whenever I picked up the 60 on this trailer, this doesn't have a winch on it. I do have a 17-foot trailer out there with a winch on it. I need to take it off because I hardly ever use that 17-foot trailer. It's nice because it's a hydraulic tilt deck, but it's just not long enough. I need, like, this is a minimum length I need now is 20 feet. So we'll see you. Goodbye for a little bit anyway. All right then. All right, I got you guys up here on the trail hauler, going on the toolbox anyway. And we're gonna cut this. We use the flat cut. How straight will it be? But we're like 43.5 inches in between here. This 43.5 inches ish. later. Cut another one. I'd rather have this end fall than more. Yes. Should have done this down. So it works out. me show you what we got. Alright, this is what we just cut. The winch is going to sit in here. I don't know if it's going to be too low. If it's going to be too low, I'll rotate it up like so. We'll sit it on top of there. It's 2 inch, so I have 2 inch variance. After I figure out where this shit's going to be, then I need to figure out where these are going to be. These are going to hold this box. I'm going to put the box in first, and then I'm going to do the winch, so I don't have to try to do all this underneath the metal I just put in. I am going to cut 2 more little pieces off of this, because this cable, I'm worried about the cable whenever it breaks over this deck, if it's going to rub the cable on the deck or anything. So I ordered some shit, and it's a polyurethane boat roller basically, because I couldn't find a steel roller that I wanted, especially one that had, like, you know, a small V in it to keep the cable centered. I was just going to cut 2 inch by 2 inch by 2 inch and put it here, but that might be in the way. I might just cut that off actually. I mean, it's not doing anything anyway. Somebody clearly cut these steps out already before. I hope it wasn't for them lights, but I mean, who knows. But we just have to get a plasma cutter back here and cut that out whenever we get to the boat roller. And hopefully, like I said, I just need that so that the deck doesn't fuck up the cable on the winch. This has, I think, 60 or 65 foot cable in it. This deck is 24 foot plus 5 foot dove. So if that's 60 foot, it'll give me 30 feet. Of course, that's out to the end of the rope. You don't want to do that, but that should be more than enough. I mean, that whatever I'm going to put on here is going to be right there. So hopefully that'll be enough. If I wasn't in a time crunch, I probably wouldn't have bought this, especially right now, from Harbor Freight, because these go on sale. These were on sale last month actually, and if you get the one with synthetic rope, which is another $250, it was $50 off. But these things were like $200 last month. Should have bought one then, but I didn't know I was going to be doing this. So I bought this on Father's Day, and it was like the guy I'm going to see in Missouri has more shit than I thought he was going to have. I didn't want to try to fit everything on that little trailer, especially since the truck I'm looking at is a dually, and it's a pain in the ass in between fender trailer. So that's what we got going on, man. I'm going to cut 2 more of these 2 inches long, and then I'll just drill those for the roller. I didn't want to come straight out and just have the L attached to the back plate frame. So I'm only going to cut that now because I don't want to have to get all this shit back out, and I'm going to shove what I can underneath this table. That thing's probably going to be a little bit long still to put underneath that table, but I need to get it out of my way. I'm not even sure where I'm going to put that expanded metal yet. I got some metal standing up back there, but I can't really move that with this in here. It'd be a pain in the ass. So, all right, let's cut 2 more little pieces on there, about 2 inches. I can go more than 2 inches, I guess. Well, let's see how big I can go. Come on back here with me, man. All right, so I'm cutting this length here, and I better make sure I got enough room here. I think I need 13 inches. Oh yeah, I got like 17 here. So let's see what we got for this light. It's about 7. So these are clearly not centered like whatsoever, but fuck it, those probably won't stay anyway whenever I redo the lights on this trailer. But this is 6 inches. So I guess if I do 6 inches, it will give me plenty of room to come up some if I need to come up for the roller. The L bracket's going to be like this, right? I'm going to drill through this side and that side. It'll probably be like 3/4 of an inch on the back side of it. And that should give me enough room for a, I think it's a 2.5 inch boat roller. And that's 2x2, so hopefully that will work out for me. So we'll cut them 6 inches. You know, I'd rather have it too big than not big enough and then have to cut it again and whatnot. So I got this fancy hook, because whenever I was pulling that 60 onto that little trailer over there, I didn't have enough hook for the, I had 2 straps looped, so I had like 4 loops going in here, and it's pretty tight. And then when I got home, I realized that that's what they're using for the safety chains on this thing, man. Same damn hook. I guess it works. I don't know if it's rated for that, but what are you gonna do? Filthy. What are doing shit? Gloves. Tape measure. What'd you do with the tape measure, man? Did you leave it back there? No, it's right here. Not the air, man. Maybe I've got too much air in this thing. Even go. I don't know. Let's go down to 60. Do that right now. A little bit rough. pause because I just realized that I've been going all day. I didn't know what time my wife left, and she's probably let the dog out. So we're gonna cut this, take off. Maybe I'll go get a microphone so you can hear me. Turn this off. Alright, now, if you guys know what I'm doing wrong here, like I said, I'm not a fabricator. This is like, I don't know, the 6th time I've used this thing. The last time I used it was to cut the frame on that to mount gas tank. But it's just looking rough, man. Like, I don't know if I have too much amperage in this, too much air, not enough amperage, but that's how it goes. Let me know in the comments down there, man, what I'm doing wrong with this thing, so I can make it look a little bit nicer. All right, it's break time. We're gonna let the doggos out. All right, we're back, and I put a microphone on so you could hear me. We had a delivery. Not DiGiorno, not it, delivery. I got this. I'm gonna mount it up there to keep the battery I'm gonna put in that box charged. Hopefully it works out for me. We got the hardware. I'm gonna weld one of these nuts on this neck. You can see there's one tension bolt and where there used to be a tension bolt. So I just gotta grind that down and weld a new nut on there. Then I'll have a bolt and another nut for a tension bolt. A 3/4, I'm pretty sure. 3/4 10 maybe. 3/4 10. I'm thinking 2.5 will be long enough. Hopefully anyway. Got a battery tray. I'm gonna go with the old tried and true riv nuts. Looks like I can put a 1/4 inch through there maybe. And there's the strap. The strap looks like it just comes around the bottom of this thing and then goes around the battery. I don't need anything fancy. It's gonna be inside a box. I just need it to not slide around in there. I'll probably, I mean, like I said, I don't need a whole lot to hold that thing in place, so I'll probably just do one riv nut up here and one down here. I mean, I might get fancy and do one in each corner, but it depends on how much room I have in that box, because I want to put the battery in the one corner. And we got one of these, man, because I'm tired of that bullshit one I got not working. So it's a Milton. If you know, you know. They're expensive, but a lot of the other stuff is junk, if I'm being honest. I had a bunch of different connectors on the end of this hose, and finally broke down and put a Milton on here, and no problems, no leaks, works good. Positive engagement. So give me a minute to put some of this shit up and get situated, and we'll get this mount plate out of here and see what we need to do here. If this is going to be mounted the whole way back here, or if I'm going to mount it further forward, if this is the right spacing. I don't know any of that. And what is really important is the height. So obviously I need to clear this bar. So I might just bring it back here as far as I can and then see what happens. Depends on the winch should fit, you know, obviously within the confines of this, and the winch roller will be mounted to that. You know, let's go take a look. We got the same damn thing outside. I was gonna pull this winch off this other trailer last night. It started raining, as you can tell, and I didn't feel like laying in the mud to take this winch off. So this should be the same Harbor Freight winch plate, same Harbor Freight winch. This one I've used like twice, but it fits obviously in the confines. But we got to make sure this box isn't going to hit the rod that goes across. And we got to make sure we got enough room for the fair lead. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So stay tuned. All right, let's get this thing figured out here. Need some water, man. It's humid nowadays. All right. Hey, my book. Hopefully we don't need that. That winch is heavy, by the way. Or if we can just take this out of the end. Got it. My cardboard pile back there. All right, let's just see what this looks like so far. Okay. All right. It's gonna hit the fair lead, and it's way low. So I'm gonna have to prop it up like so, like so. Try something to hold it up. You know what? I have these fancy other pieces of steel I just cut that are still warm. Just shove these in here enough to prop these up. I said prop these up. Yeah. Not really sitting flat, but should be enough for what we need here. Now, we got plenty of room to move this thing back. It might be high enough, man. Let me get the fair lead out of here. Hopefully it's high enough because I don't really have anything to space it up any higher. I guess I could cut some flat steel. If only I had some square tubing. So, oh man, that's fucking money. The top of the roller, the bottom roller, seems like it's going to be about the same height as this, maybe a little bit higher. So, let's get this fair lead bolted on here. I'm sure they give you some bullshit bolts for that. That'll help me space it. And then we'll clean up in here and see if we can't tack weld this one where it needs to be, figure out where the other one needs to be. I don't know if I probably will weld the edges of this plate onto that angle, but we might, depending on how these holes line up, might drill a couple holes and through bolt for the angle also. All right, bolts. Wire and winch box. Oh, you didn't even look at that. Let's see here. Well, we should have plenty of room for that, away from that bar. That's the winch. It's a remote. Hardware. Straight Chinesium, my favorite. All right, square nuts. Those are probably to mount the winch. Hex nuts. Those are probably for this. Those bolts are different sizes. Let's see, you got two fat ones, maybe 2M12s, maybe 4M10s. Is that this? This must be for the fair leads. We got washers, got lock washers. I hate that they don't give you a flat washer for each side for this thing, but what are you gonna do? All right, what are we doing? I'm gonna go get some wrenches and an impact. Let's see, where's my impact? No idea. It's missing. Let's get some sockets. All right, what size are you? Well, probably not standard. Let's try 18. Ah, that's money. And grab an 18 wrench, see if the nut's that size. Hopefully it's the same. Nope. Nut is 19, so I'll grab an 18. 19 of both. I think I got my impact over yonder. We got the Milwaukee over here, we'll use it. Battery is full. This thing is filthy. Should probably clean that. And we're gonna put some Loctite on there for good measure, man. I'll go back here and get it. We'll just use some blue, man. We don't need red. We don't need red where we're going. And after we get this situated, I just want to double check that. I'll grab them L brackets and see where I can place them. I'd like to weld them to the side into the back. If I can bring it up high enough, hopefully, to hit this C channel, that would be preferable. I don't know if that's going to happen or not because the box is kind of tall. All right, let's see. Put the flat washers on the front. Hit this with a little blue. And they don't give you any extra room for this thing either. Hope that impact fits in there. The bolt is like not long enough for this lock washer. Kind of at an angle here. Something to prop us up. Like this hook. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, I'll get started. See if we can get this in here. I'm gonna go get a shallow. Shallow 19. Don't worry about the chrome sockets. They're Chinesian bolts. It'll be fine. That's torque spec, I think, right there. All right. Now, of course, I didn't need this plate. I could have just mounted the winch directly to these cross rails, but that gives me another 1/4 inch or so of height. I think I'm dipped down a little bit because I just got that propped in there, but you know, it should work. Not that I can see it from here. I think we're good, man. I think that's going to work out for me. So now we need to get this back out of here again. Figure these brackets out. I think that box is 18 inches tall. $18 1/4. So we gotta make sure we're below this. That puts us down here pretty far. It's about 18 1/4 there. Let me get something to hold that on there. Well, you know what? Let me get the Wizzy wheel. Clean up some surface. So I can clamp that on there and then weld it. See what we got on here. Fiber disc, it'll work. Let me get some safety squints, wherever they may be. I'm not quite sure. Got about 10,000 pairs sitting around out here. Never where I need them though. You know what I mean? None over here. Let's check the table in the back. One of these flat surfaces has to have them. Or not. One more table we can check. It's ridiculous. I know I got a safety glass out here. Oh, is that them? Oh yeah. We're good. Now we're safe. Now we're safe. Let's get a little stool action. So, let's see if we need to clean it off any C channel. Right there's where I'd like to be. Oh yeah, we will. Sweet. how high up on this upright we need to clean. Wonder if that'll work for me. About 18.5. Tell you what, right there would be pretty close. I'm just gonna go to, I was trying to go to the top side of this cross beam, but if I put the top of this at the bottom of that cross beam, I can still weld to it, and it should give me enough room. So. I'm not going to be able to get the MIG gun in here to weld the sides, unfortunately, but something's about whooped, man. Should be able to get down here though. Then smells good. So dark in here, man. Should be good enough. All right, let me get this thing. I'm gonna clean off the edges of that too. Hold on. Just go ahead and move you out of the way. Sorry. I'm not sure what pliers are gonna work best here, so I'll grab 2 of each. Still gotta clean this thing off. So there's kind of a big weld on there. I got some primer we'll hit this with. I don't know if we'll get to the paint stage. sucks here is, well, it's so wide right here. It's pushing me out further than I want it to be. I guess I could always just go on to this. That's a big gap. I always bolt it to that plate, but I'd rather not. What? I was planning on welding this here, but pretty far away, man. Doesn't seem very square either. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure that's more than enough to hold this fucking thing anyway, but... I intentionally kick it that way. I don't want it to be... I want it to be straight, honestly. Let me see what we can do here. Damn, I can't pinch that one down there. Well, that sucks. Let me hammer and see if I can tap it that way. That's why you gotta test fit shit, I guess. Have a lot of room here. Alright. It's pretty far away, man. Way further away than I wanted to be. But I also don't want to grind that weld that's on the trailer. I gotta see if I got enough room if I do this. I got boxes just at 36 inches. I think there was, I want to say there's 36 and a half inches there. It's 36 and a quarter. Yeah, oh, we got 38 and a half. So 36 and a quarter. We can't come tight to this side anyway because it has conduit on it. I guess it doesn't really matter. I might be able to get the MIG gun in there now and do both sides of that. So, where is that thing? Just gonna bring you guys in here. We're gonna see if this, oh, running shit over. We'll just see if this MIG gun will fit in here. If it will, I'll take that off and clean up that side there. What we got here? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just barely, but we should be able to get the MIG gun in there and do both sides of that. I'm gonna take his phone out of my pocket because it keeps fucking making noise. Google's listening to me. Okay. So I'm going to take this off. I'm going to clean up to the welds on that top C channel, which I'm glad I can hit that. Oh, let me double check the height here. I don't know if you guys can see shit or not. All right, we'll bring you over here. Right, there's just about 18 1/4, so we'll probably bring it down a little bit more. Hopefully, that box won't be too close to the ground. I mean, it can't be any closer to the ground than the axles are, so. Whizzy wheel. Wow, that wore that out right now. That's rubber. You see that? Ridiculous. I don't know how many more things I got. I might have a sanding disc. It might work better for me anyway. See what we got here. Some wore out sanding discs over here. It's 80 grit. 80 grit. 80 grit. 60 grit. Not worn out. 80 grit. Let's try this not completely worn out 60 grit. I think I have some 36 grit somewhere, but see what that gives us. All right, to the other side of that. Look straight to you. Really need some light in here, man. Let's get some. Just struggling. Got one over here somewhere. Here we go. Hey, man, we can see now. Right there looks straight. It's time to commit. Need some more to put my ground clamp though. We need gas. Some headgear. Alright, got gas on. Take some gloves over yonder. Oh, wrong one. Alright, that one's right there. Now, just need to double check that we got 18 1/4 to this. Looks like just that, right at it. Double check that box. On the deck, I guess close to 18 1/8. I think I have 18 1/4 here. I got 18 1/4 too here, but this is up an 1/8 of an inch maybe. Can't really do anything about angle this way because it's flat against that piece, so I think it's gonna work. We'll tack that in a couple places, hang the other one, sit the box on there. Hopefully I tacked it enough for the box to sit right, and then we'll know for sure. It looks straight. And what I'll do is I'll just turn these flat. Actually, I'll just do that now. Get my measurements from that. That'll be a little bit more accurate. It's like 18 3/8. It's the same. We're gonna send it, man. Put a couple tacks on there and see what happens. Should probably turn this on. It'll probably help. Yeah. Should probably plug it in. That'll probably help. Where is my plug? Here it is. Hey, we got power now. We got juice. We're gonna turn this up. This plate is pretty thick. We'll go 19 1/2 on the voltage. 110 on the wire speed. Would that be right? Who knows? Not me. Oh shit. Forgot to turn my helmet back up, man. See if it works out for me. Test. It's not testing, whatever. See what happens. See what happens, man. We'll go up a little bit more. We're just gonna go to an even 20. 21, 21. One up here, one for good measure. Oh yeah. I'll eventually run a bead down the whole way down, both sides. Well, I don't know if I'll probably stitch the inside and then do the whole way down this side. I don't want to tack this side yet, because if I do have to move it, then I can't, because I can't get in there to cut the weld. So we got that one. Come on. Let's do some more measuring. So I forget all these numbers. Tape. How wide are you? 36 1/8. We're going to call it 36 1/4. Gives me an idea where I need to grind here. What's our width? Let's see what that does for me. Needs a little bit wider there. If you guys don't have one of these, you should get one. I use the fuck out of this thing, dude. It's probably one of my most used tools, especially when I do stuff like this. Alright, see what that looks like there. I better make sure these are both same length. Why not? Yes. Yeah, about the same. This one's going to be a little bit harder to line up. Need to grind this thing anyway. don't know if I'm gonna weld back here or not, but we're gonna do it now, I guess. I mostly don't know if I'm gonna weld back there because I don't feel like getting on the floor. You know what I mean? All right. See where we're at. Way off. Like an inch off. Am I straight? I'm pretty straight though. Damn, I got a ways to go. 36 and a quarter. Might end up being against that fucking conduit. Which means I'll have to grind some more. God damn, man. So where we are up here. I'm about 36 and 3/4 up here. Way too much. It's about 36 and a half. Almost 36 3/4 up here. Alright, so now that we know that we're going to be against that fucking conduit almost, I'm going to take it off and grind some more. Alright. Let's see what we can come up with here. Yep, I'm gonna grind the rest of that out. Hey, take that. Save this. About here. About there. All right. It's 36 1/4 there. It's not nearly enough. It's usually a hammer method. Ouch. It's almost 36 1/8. Some more 36 1/4. It's about 36 1/4. That's about 36 1/4. I think it's gonna be pretty close right there, man. Let's check the middle too. What the hell? About 36 1/8 in the middle. Let's tack it real quick. Oh, we need the height. What do we end up with over here? 18 3/8. No. I was wrong. I was at 5/16, 18 5/16. Almost 18 1/2. We gotta go up. That's 18 3/8 right there. Come on, work with me here. That's 5/16. I was tempted to hit it again. I should have. I don't think we're moving actually. I have to take it off and replant it. Oh. Too high. Might be too much. All right, it's an 18 1/8 right there. Seems like it moves like a fucking 1/4 inch when I hit it. I'm gonna call that good, man. I need what, 36 1/4 again? Just under 36 1/4. $36 1/4. Calling that good, man. Tired of fucking with it. Wrong one. Where's my view? Alright. Let's get the box. Let's move the shit out of the way first. It's a lot of work, man. I'll tell you what, it's probably less work than what I did to get that 60 on the trailer in, well, I was in Missouri on last Thursday. Because we had to use a come along, and that kind of sucked. Had to keep moving it on the trailer because the cable wasn't long enough. I'm going to do this one time. I don't want to suffer. I do that enough. Alright. Got water around here somewhere, man? Thought I did. There it is back there. Alright. Here's where it's fitting perfectly the first time. We can take it out, weld that thing up, call it good. Yeah. Ouch. It's more awkward than it is heavy. Like a fucking glove. I'm a little bit wide on this front, but I'm alright with that. I don't even know if it's against the back the whole way or not. This fits. It's tight. Oh, we're not in the bracket back here yet. In the bracket back there? No. There we go. I bowed out just a smidge, man. Oh, this is some bullshit, son. But to be fair, whenever I bought these brackets, they were for the toolbox in the back. It's 18 inches deep. This one's 17 inches deep. I don't know why they do that, but that might fuck me here. Can't open it. It's sitting here. So I can either not put it against the back, which I don't want to do, or I can cut these fucking brackets. Of course, I really just need to cut the bottom of that bracket. Let me get a white marker. See if I got a white marker back here. Plasma cutter to the rescue. Let's see, blue, orange, white. We'll grab the orange and the white. Probably use the orange one. I'm glad I noticed that before I mounted that thing in there. So, see, I don't want to cut this side because it has that brace welded to it. When we pivot, I need to cut it like back here, somewhere around there. I'll probably cut just this tip off, just so you don't get caught on it. How did I just drop? Oh, the marker. I got orange all over this thing. Come on. Here we go. There we go. All right. So I think we're good on width. This is a little bit, I mean, it's really not kicked out, I guess. It is tight where that bracket is. So we're gonna cut this bottom shelf back here. I'll just get a measurement, so I cut them both the same. And then this front shelf will cut just right here. It's right on the other side where that bracket's welded on that one. It touches the corner of this one too. So, and of course, weather paint that also, but it beats it not opening. You know what I mean? It looks like we're gonna be good, man. Is this down? Is that too high? I can't fucking tell. See, over here I can tell, well, might be hitting the weld on that box. I'm definitely hitting the weld on that box, I think. Should put them down lower. I don't know if I'm really going to worry about it, if I'm being honest. I wonder if it's just the back. This one's kind of good. Looks like it's just hitting the welds wherever they stub up. I don't know if I should worry about that or not. I guess I have to. Is that bracket fucking bent? It seemed like they come up in the front. See if we can give it one of these, man. I don't need much. Kind of sucks. Kind of flat. What kind of flat bar do I got around here, man? I mean, I only need a little bit. No, it's too thin. Since we're standing this thing up, I only need a little something to put in here. And honestly, I might just space it up and then fill it with weld. So let me go get some fender washers and see what that does for me. And I can just take the fender washer out after I tack it. I should easily be able to fill that gap with that. Just have to make sure we do it on both. 4, 6, 8. Hopefully that'll be enough. I don't know how thick these things are. It's a little bit more of a gap than I thought it was. Conduit's fucking me a little bit too. Damn, since this is a C-channel, it's not straight. I can't weld here. It's not tight against this because I barely got this in here. Let's see. This side, I think it's good. This side, it might also be good. It's just right where that weld is, that's all. Nice if there's a little bit deeper. I actually just bought some of the shit from Fireball Tool, but it's not here yet. I gotta make some good stuff. Finally broke down and bought some. Now I just got to figure out what I'm going to do here. I mean, I can weld this a little bit. I can weld it against this bar the whole way across on the bottom, and just like the corners in here. I don't know if it's going to be strong enough. After I weld it, I mean, I could always just bolt it in with just drill through here into here and bolt that. I'm worried about whenever the winch is pulling it, getting pushed or pulled that way. I didn't even think about this not being flat. It's just too much of an angle probably to, I mean, I can't fill that whole thing with weld. It goes up to like over 1/4 inch. I mean, I might be able to put a piece of metal in there. What do I got laying around, man? Just put that anywhere. It just sucks because that's at an angle. You know what I mean? I'm not sure where this other one needs to be yet. All right, we're gonna take a 5-man, go take a leak anyway. We're gonna ponder this. Let me know what you think. I'll be done probably by the time you tell me though. Hey, welcome back. So I did some thinking. I'll show you what I came up with in a second. I got my bolt welded in here. Hopefully it's good enough. I finished welding in these. Hopefully they're good. I cut the notches out of the bottom there. So hopefully the door will open. I haven't test fit that yet because I'm dicking with this. Now, this is what we were dealing with before. All right, I'm not against this plate over here because I barely got these things in here at the angle because there's just not room. And then I got this wide channel here because this isn't straight. This is angled on the inside, this C-channel, right? So what I came up with was I cut some of these very poorly, and I'm going to weld what I can in this thing underneath all that, and then I'm going to put these plates in here. I'm going to weld these plates, so at least this thing can't come up because the winch will be trying to pull it up. And I'm going to do the same thing on the front one. I got that somewhat cleaned off there, and then I'll just have some plates there, man. That's all. So I got those cut. I think the last cut I did was one of the best ones. It had I changed speed a little bit, angle a little bit, turned it up to 70 psi. I don't know. I'm a novice. My welds, not really the best today, but what are you gonna do? Gotta get her done. So I got that tacked in there, just one in the corner here, one in the corner there. I'll throw you back up on the pole, and you can do some dancing while I do this. I'll probably be all over this thing because I don't know where I really need to be to weld any of this in here. Like I said, there's not really a whole lot I can get to, and I do have this spaced up some. I'll get my washers out of there. I ended up putting 3 on each side just because I wanted that margin of safety with the box, you know. 2 was probably okay, but what are you gonna do? But now I got a big gap on the bottom, you know. Can't fucking win here, man. I might see if I can put a cut piece of plate I got over there in there. I don't know, we'll see. But right now, I'm gonna see if I can weld the upright on the inside. So I'm probably gonna have to lay on the deck of the trailer, which sucks because there's a bunch of glass up there. Why? I don't know. So let me move all this shit out of the way. Alright, my whip. Need my whip. See if we can't get this a little bit closer. Get this rag. Move some of this glass around, maybe. I have a 2-foot ladder somewhere. Where's that damn thing? There it is right there. My youth, I would have just jumped up here. I'm old and busted now, man. Ouch. Alright, see if I can't get any welded up on this thing here. Maybe yes, maybe no. Oh, I have to do this left-handed, that sucks. So I'm not left-handed. Will that hold? Hopefully. A little bit of spray and pray in there, I'm not gonna lie. I just don't have any, there's no room in here. I might be able to do that bottom. Let's see. It's so hard left-handed. Like I said, there was a gap, man. We're just trying to fill it. Stick some metal together. That's all that good, man. Let's see if we can do the same thing over here. fucking glass everywhere on this motherfucker. It's like somebody busted a fucking windshield out or something else. Or maybe they're back glass, who knows? Alright. Toss another glove on here for safety. Can't see shit here. Probably could have been a little bit cleaner in there, but my wizard wheel couldn't really get in there. Can't really see in here, man. Side one looks terrible. Hey man, the gap is filled, okay? Well, hold, I don't know. We'll run one more little bead in here. No. Alrighty, we're gonna call that good, man. Stay. Let's move that down there. Hit. Alright. I don't recommend being old and busted, guys. It's not cool. It sucks, actually. Freaking right forearm is about wore out, too. I know what you're thinking. Quit it. Alright. Now our gap up top is way too big to try to fill. I'm gonna try to come a little bit more this way here on this. I wish I could have got these tighter against here, but like I said, I wouldn't have been able to get this piece in here. I barely got it in here the way it is. If it was a little bit tighter, I could just weld it. Not use plates, but probably best for me to use plates anyway. I mean, that's probably not going anywhere the way it is, but I'd rather not risk it, especially on this one, because it's one that's going to get pulled up. Theoretically, I guess. Okay. Let me see if I can get this other one where it's supposed to be. I don't remember what the measurement was, of course. So, let's get that where it needs to be-ish. I don't know if I'm going to be able to clamp it in there or not. I'm definitely going to have sunburn on my arms, that's for sure. All right, let's see. Where's my tape? I'm just measuring the width of this this winch plate. I think it was like 7.5 or 7.25. 7.25 looks like. Seven and a quarter ish. See if I can do this here. How's a flat? That I don't know. Where's I need a piece of metal. Actually, use this guy here. Let's see what it looks like. Fuck. No, I didn't do it. I didn't put washers underneath that thing, man, so it's tilted down. Son of a bitch. Little custom spacers here. Come on, work with me here. This other one's really hot still. Alright. 7.25. Fucker, you moved. Here! My hammer. Ah, fuck. Can't cheat. Alright, let's see here. I can tell it is tilted up. There's only two of you in there now. Check this one. You motherfucker, you moved again. You bitch. It's difficult because I'm trying to hold this thing on the edge. I don't have anything. I guess I could try to wedge this thing in there, but then this end will probably be high. Oh, maybe not with these spacers in there. We'll get another one. Off the floor here. Setting up is usually the most time-consuming part, man. Check that. Seven and a quarter. I'm a little bit high on this end still. I don't really know what to do about that, man. I would like to be flat. How come every time I turn this camera on I have fucking problems? I don't know if I want to ignore that much. Only like 1/8 of an inch, but then it's not going to sit flat in the front, you know what I mean? I don't have a problem welding another piece in there. I don't know if I got a bolt or something I can throw in there. Let's check the bolt bin, man. I'm going to pause you so you don't have to watch nothing for a long time. Alright, this thing turned off while I was dicking around over there, so I just left it off. I decided to just fill the gaps, man. I filled them with weld. Is that the right thing to do? I don't know. I'm not a welder. I'm not even really a fabricator. I just stick shit together. So I did try not to get too close to this conduit because there's wire in there. But gaps are filled at least. It doesn't look absolutely terrible. This one underneath here that I did on the deck with my left hand, that didn't look the greatest. I cleaned it up a little bit out here. So to get the proper spacing on this, I ended up, phone flashlight, gun in my pocket, using these, all right? And then I was able to crank that nut to wherever I needed it to, so this is the same height, flush, not flush, but there's no gap. Here, let me show you. Unless it moved. So before that was tilted up some. Now it's pretty flush, both sides. So it's good enough for government work. You know what I mean? So I got that welded together. I'm hoping that this is going to be strong enough for the winch. It should be. It's 1/4 inch, and it's at least welded on the ends, I guess. It's a shame I had such big gaps, but what are you going to do, man? It is what it is sometimes. So I'm going to get that thing and test fit it up here, see what's what, and see what I need to do to weld that thing onto here and bolt the winch to it, which I should do first, if I should bolt the winch to it before I, weld it on here, and if I'm going to drill any bolt holes or not. And then I need to get the box put back up in these brackets. I'm going to drill 2 holes in each side, and I'm going to, I don't know, probably 1/4 inch in the thing would hold it, you know. It's not really going anywhere, but I might do 5/16 for 3/8. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to riv nut the brackets down here, so I can just pull screws out and then take the box out if I need to, make it a little bit easier instead of nutting and bolting in it. So that's the plan for that shit. I'm gonna see what's what with this, and ouch, I'll be back. I don't know if you guys are noticing a trend, but all of my shit goes this way. You do one thing, there's a problem. You fix that, there's another problem. You fix that, there's another problem. So I guess I should have spaced these further apart than 7 1/4 or 7 3/8, whatever they were, because the bolts that hold the winch are sitting on the L bracket. Now, let me move this shit out of the way. I kind of like how it's sitting right now on those bolts. As you can see, that deck is about mid-roller on the lower roller. I can live with that. The problem is that I can either space this plate up with washers and drill holes in it and bolt it, which I wasn't planning on doing. I was planning on just welding it. Or I can drill holes in this angle for the bolt heads and then lower it down and weld it. It's, I don't know, it's probably like 1/2 inch. I don't know how thick a bolt head is, especially that metric junk, but you know, it's, well, it's 5/8 if anything. I could take the washers and lock washers out of it. If I did that, it would lower it some, but not really. I mean, it doesn't really help me. So I think I'm going to mark them holes, drill holes in the angle, get that thing to sit down in there. Hopefully I'm still good on clearance in this thing. I should have something to stick in there like this. Let's go to the other side, man. Come on up here with me, man. All right, so we don't have to eyeball it. So right now we're, you know, about maybe mid-roll. So if I lower that down, I don't think the fair lead, the holes are in the center of the fair lead. I mean, I could move that fair lead up. I could drill new holes in the fair lead and move it up. I don't know if it'll really do anything for me because it's lined up with the drum, right? I don't know if dropping that thing down 5/8 of an inch, which is probably what I have here, if I'm being honest. Let's see. I mean, that roller will probably be just above this plate. I don't know if that's going to give me a problem or not. I'm not going to cut that plate. I mean, it's structural to the trailer. If I were to remember to get some box steel, I could just box this frame up some. I guess since I welded the gaps in this thing, I could have just fucking put this up wherever I wanted. I was originally going to put it up here so I could have this box up higher, but I wanted this to be lower on the deck because I didn't want, you know, if I pull something low, I don't want to screw up the bumper or whatever I'm pulling up here. So I don't know, man. I think I'm going to drill holes and see how low that thing sits. I could always shim it up with some of this. You know what I mean? Like, give me a 1/4. I mean, 1/4 out of the 5/8. It's not terrible, right? Not that I want to put in more steel on this then. And then if I do that, do I just do the edges? I don't know, man. We're gonna drill some holes, see what happens. Thanks for hanging out. All right, this is what we decided on, man. Move these holes back as far as I really could. These are 7/8 holes, so it should fit the washers. And I just radius these out a little bit because the bolts didn't quite clear that. So hopefully this is the last time I'm gonna pick this heavy ass motherfucker up and put it in here. Well, I know it's not, because after I'm done with this, I'm gonna paint. Well, I'm gonna primer all this shit except for where them lines are, where I'm gonna weld this thing. So wish me luck, man. Okay, so I remember why I only spaced those so far apart now. So I gotta take a little bit more out of these to fit those bolts. Not a lot, just a little bit. But I'm hitting the fair lead, man. So those bolts I give you are only so long. I'm gonna try to space it out with some 1/2 inch hardware. I got some different length bolts, some washers. I got nuts over there. I forgot to bring them over. Doesn't need a lot though. So I'm gonna take a fur lead off, measure how much I need to bring it out, and I guess now is the time, man. If I want to move that fur lead up, I can drill 2 new holes. So I would like the fair lead to be up. I mean, right there would probably be ideal. So I guess what I'm gonna do, one thing after another. Everything gotta be a motherfucker. I'm gonna drill some holes lower than that. I don't know how big those holes are, and I want to leave some meat in between them. And you're gonna see what works out for me, man. I'm gonna space that thing out. I don't know, it looks like about 1/2 inch. So I might be able to use 2 of these thick ones. I know I had 2 of them thick ones. Oh, I might have to go get another one. Let's go see what we got, man. We don't have a whole lot of 1/2 inch shit. Still need to clean this thing and maybe make a video on it. It's for sale, by the way. See what we got, man. I don't know if we got any more of them thick ones in here or not. It's not looking like it. Thunder washers it is. Unless there's something in here. There's some lock nuts. There's some lock washers, I guess. Although we do have lock nuts also. I'm not seeing any more spacers in here, man. You see any spacers in here? Me either. We'll just use these fender washers, man. We'll bring a couple more over there too, just in case. Alright, I'm gonna go struggle with this. These look like fine thread, so I can't use these. We're using coarse thread right now. Oh, we need another lock washer. We got one? Yep. Okay. Will it fit on there? I don't know. We'll see. Alright, stay tuned and shit. Alright, I'm done struggling for the night. I got those ones reamed out up front. I got these ones in the hole back here. I booger welded that thing because there was more of a gap between this plate and this plate than I thought there would be, because apparently the washers didn't make it through the hole down there. And then I welded the ends of it. This is for the solar charger I was just fucking with. So aside from wiring the winch, hopefully I'm done with that. I have these strain reliefs. I'm not sure which size I need. I'm going to put the winch cables through there into the back of the box. I'm going to install that shit in the back of the box before I put it on, so it's, you know, a clean install. So tomorrow I gotta go. I got some jobs tomorrow I gotta take care of, and then hopefully I have time to deal with this. Still gotta do homework, and I still gotta upload shit like this to YouTube. So just one more thing I wanted to show tonight was this is the solar charger. So this cord wasn't long enough for me to do what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was put like a platform off the front of this deck for this thing, so it wouldn't take up space up here. But it is what it is. This is how long the cord is. So this has a need more cord. There we go. This has a dealie back here with a mode, which hopefully I'll never need, man, because I can't get to it because it's tight against the deck. So I got some more. I think this is 5mm hardware. I think I might try to find something I can space these up with some. Like I could put a couple washers under here, but there's not a lot of room between, like for the threads of this wing nut and spacers. So I might see if I can find something to space it between here and the deck. I mean, I'd hate to stack a bunch of fucking washers on there, especially since I don't know how many of these I'm gonna have. I have this, so I don't have much in the way of 5mm. So I'm not sure what to do with that yet. I'm gonna say fuck it for tonight. I'm tired. It's time to eat, and it's almost 9 o'clock. So that's the current conundrum. We'll think about this tonight. What we're gonna do, what we could space that up with. I have some hardware and stuff over there, but I don't know if I have anything, close to this size and standard that I could use for this, just to space that up. And I don't have, with this being so small, like I can't really put a piece of pipe or anything in there. So it comes with these bullshit fucking suction cups, so that doesn't really do me any good. This is the mounting hardware that it came with. I was just going to use quarter 20 vibration isolators, but they're shorter than these are. So that's where I am, man. Another project, another problem. It's about the fucking size of it too. We got this hell of a mess here. Hopefully, we can get that winch shit done tomorrow, that box shit done tomorrow, that solar charger shit done tomorrow, and then tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Wednesday. I think Wednesday. The parts come for these hubs. I got new caps and seals and oil for that. And Wednesday or Thursday, the new neck comes. So this thing was hella loose, man. I mean, I think it's just worn out. It's the first gooseneck I've owned, but you could watch this thing come up, slam the fucking ball, and then come back down and slam the ball again whenever you went down these fine Nashville roads. So hopefully a new coupler tightens that up some. There must not be a whole lot of tongue weight on this thing, which is weird because it has this gigantic deck up here, but the axles aren't very far back on this. So it's more evenly distributed than a typical gooseneck that has the axles towards the back end. So I mean, it might pull nicer now that it's going to be a little bit heavier up here, and I'll have a coupler that's not wore out. But that's where I'm at for the night, man. It's Tuesday night. I gotta have all this done by, I would like to have it done by Thursday night, but at latest Friday morning. Have an appointment Friday, and then after that we're heading to Missouri. So all this shit's gotta be done. And where's my phone? Like I said, I got a job tomorrow, and all my tools are sitting there that I need to load in the back of my truck. That, like I said, it's 9 o'clock, so that shit ain't happening tonight. And I still got the fucking trailer hooked up with metal and shit on it, dude. I mean, I ain't got no time. But that's where we're at. Hopefully we get everything good, and we'll get this trailer good for us heading to Missouri. And that's it, man. I don't know how much this guy used this thing. I think he just used it locally, the guy I bought it from. So I'm going to hopefully not have any problems. I'm trying to make sure I don't have any problems. I'm hoping that, I have an easy load situation, which is why I spent the money on this winch and shit. So, and the V4, I mean, it was appealing, man, but I didn't think about that until today. And it, while it is cheaper, it wouldn't be here till Thursday. And with the amount of struggling I had, because it probably wouldn't come until Thursday afternoon, if I'm being honest. The struggles I had with this, I wouldn't have had time to put the damn thing on there. So, Harbor Freight it is, man. That's it for tonight. We'll see you guys. Hey, welcome back. It's Wednesday. My work day went better than anticipated, so I'm done early. It's 1:30. I got homework stuff to do, but we gotta get this done first. My fan is now squeaking, so that's pretty nice. So, I got my my caps for the axles today. Now I just got these off Amazon, and they were you know, the old made in China, wrapped in the cheap black plastic, right? But they got Dexter parts on them. Like, are these actually the same as Dexter's? Who knows? Hopefully they work. I ordered 8. I got some over there already. So we got extras just in case. I'm hoping to get those done today, as well as finishing this winch, this box, that solar panel. I think I got an idea for the solar panel. So when I was walking out of here today, after I loaded up all those tools, I walked past this bullshit mud flap holder that was on that truck when I bought it. There's another one around here somewhere too. But I might be able to just use this. I haven't checked weight or anything. But even if I, you know, cut this one in half and cut that one in half, and then just make 4 stands up there, that should be more than tall enough, I would think. So I think that's my plan for that. Not gonna worry about that right now. I got the wire run and everything up there. So it's I'll probably just zip tie it to this this conduit here. I gotta get the wires and the box on this thing, figure out how I'm gonna run them, if I'm gonna go into the side of this box, if I'm gonna go into the back. I'd kind of like to go into the back, but I might have to go into the side. I mean, neither way really gives you a lot of room to tighten the furrows up on that thing. Well, I can't really go on the side unless I do it way up front because of this brace. So I'm gonna shoot for this gap right here to come in the back. I can take the wires down through here and then loop them in. That solar charger wire should be long enough for that, and the battery wires for the battery wires for this should be long enough. And then we got, I don't know if I showed this or not, but we just spaced this out with some washers. I got the 1/2-inch bolts in there, grade 8. I had just a couple of them. I don't have a whole lot of 1/2-inch hardware here, so that's all I know about that. I was thinking about this. About how that lower ruler is just barely tall enough to clear this deck. And I thought about mounting that fairlead onto the deck, like onto the bulkhead there, but the bulkhead's not really tall enough to do that for the holes where they are now. Well, I think what I'm going to do is just get a steel roller and weld a steel roller onto that bulkhead. I mean, not on top, on the face, and then you can't even see my hand on the face. And then, you know, my worries will be alleviated about dragging that thing on there. But we're not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to get the solenoid box on here, try to get some shit wired up. They give you battery switches in this shit now. Look at this. It's fucking fancy, dude. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. I probably should, I guess. I don't know where I'm going to put it. Should I put it inside the box? Should I put it outside the box? Does it really matter where I put it? Should I mount it just on here? Decisions. Alright, I gotta get started on this. I'm gonna put you guys away. I'll give you an update at some point in time in the future. Okay, bye. Well, 2 hours later, I'm done with everything but the battery charger, the solar charger. So I just, really can't see in here. I've got some bolts, 2 on each side. The rib nuts into the L brackets that hold it. There are 3/8. There's 2 on this side, but I put them underneath the battery tray. The battery tray, I really didn't want to dig with those long holes, so I just put 4 zip screws in it and tied it down and wired the winch. I decided not to go with that cut-off switch, and I got one of these out here for the solar charger, and I got one of these. I figured at least I could test voltage here and plug it into another charger or whatever at a later time if something goes bad with this. So I mean, I know I can just unplug this, but that's what we're doing right now, is that right there. So that's all mounted. That's it's done, except these keys keep getting in the way. Come on, get in there. There it is, man. Drink it in. So now I got a place to put my my chains and straps and other bullshit. I just need to get this solar charger fixed up, and then I'm going to start on these oil caps, axle caps, and that its neck is supposed to be here today, so I'd like to get that neck swapped out today also. And I don't think I have a whole lot more left to do on this thing. I do need to test the winch, make sure it works. I haven't done that yet. I don't know where their control is, so I'll check that real quick and see what's what. Oh, and the roller. I bought shit for a roller for the back of this thing, but it ain't here yet. So maybe it will come tomorrow. I don't know. Kind of burnt out on this trailer, if I'm being honest, but I've got to get the solar charger done, got to get that shit done, I got to get the tube on there at a minimum, going and test the winch and clean all this shit off it in order to take it to Missouri on Friday. So wish me luck, guys. I'm gonna keep plugging away at this thing. Hopefully I'm done, not at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. See you. Got an update, man. So the winch, it works, and that's pretty good because it'd be a pain in the dick to get off of there. We got the toolbox filled up. We got our chains, some binders, some straps, some whatnot. Got the battery tucked in there. It's in the tray. The cable or control for the winch, some zip ties. You never know what you're going to need there. So it's full. It's full. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. You know what I mean? The solar panel. This is what I come up with. So I got a bunch of these things laying around from I drove service truck for a long time, and these are like shelf dividers. All right, I got this 3 of these put in here. I went to go put the 4th one in, and then I had to cut that one around the controller. So that should have enough room for the controller. I don't know if I'll be able to hit the button or anything, but whatever. I got the rubber on one side and steel on the other side, washers, to reduce some vibration here, and then vibration isolators, mostly to give it height, but also to kill vibration, because supposedly vibration and heat kill solar panels. So it's nice that it's ventilated underneath. I came up with this, and when I looked at that thing, I was like, I'm gonna bend 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, and see what happens. And it was about perfect length. Could be a little bit longer, but I'll take it, man. The top, I got flat washer, lock washer, and these are the wing nuts that it came with. Ironically, the only hardware that came with it I'm using. And now we're gonna go see if this thing's gonna fit on there, man. So I'm gonna sit you up here. I'm gonna turn you off. Goodbye. Hey, welcome back, man. So we got her mounted up here. Pretty good, man. I mean, got a little wiggle to it. So Vibrations, hopefully you shouldn't kill it. It's pretty close to this post, but it's not against it, so that should be all right. And I'm on the toolbox up here because, oh fuck, I forgot to lock that. I didn't lock that to the trailer. I don't want it to go missing, you know what I mean? But normally I pull that flat trailer and I just have a bed full of tools. Well, we're going out Friday night to Missouri, and I'm gonna have the bed open because obviously I'm pulling a gooseneck. So since we're gonna stay overnight in an unfamiliar place, I'm gonna go ahead and not fill my bed with tools. And we're gonna take this, we'll maybe take a little bit of other shit, but whatever is I can keep in the truck, and maybe take in the hotel with me, I don't know. But I'm gonna go run this wire, so hopefully it will be good to go. Make sure it's plugged in. We won't be able to check that until tomorrow because we gotta pull this thing outside to the sun. So that's what we got. Other than still gonna do these oil bath hubs. It's freaking 7:30. I really don't want to, but I also don't want to do it tomorrow. So I'll probably end up doing them tonight. Just going in the house late. Okay, bye. So here I am changing these caps out, man. I didn't get any oil out, man. And I was like, what's going on here? Who the fuck put grease in these oil bath hubs? Fucking bullshit, dude. Alright, we're done. This one here, driver's side rear, just jammed full of fucking grease. Driver's side front and both sides over there had a little bit of grease in there. You can see the rollers and the bearings. It's like they shoved grease in it but never took the oil out of it. So I know this isn't the right thing to do, but it's what I'm going to do for this trip. I took the old DeWalt grease gun here. I put a needle on it. I don't know if you ever seen one of them. No needle guy there. I put that in between the rollers, and I put grease in between the rollers, the whole way around the bearing for everyone except for the driver's side rear, because like I said, it was slammed full of fucking grease. So these other ones have some sort of lubrication in them. I cleaned the caps and put them back on. Not only did they put grease in an oil bath hub, but they silicone the fucking caps on. They have O-rings, bud. I mean, fuck. And they silicone them where they don't seal. They seal in there on the lip. They don't seal on the fucking outside cap surface. I digress. Winch, done. Toolbox, done. Slower charger, done. Bearings, done. And, what else I need to do on this thing? The coupler, that's done. I ended up going with you B&Dubs. I'm a fan of B&Dubs, man. American made. Works good, hopefully. And the only other thing I got to do is, two things. I got to hook this up to the truck. I'm not doing it tonight. I guess I'm parking the truck outside because I'm not emptying all those fucking tools tonight either. I have to go to the VA again in the morning. Perfect. I forgot all about that. My wife said something to me a little bit earlier. So, whenever I pull this out tomorrow, I need to verify the lights work, because whenever I pick this up, the guy checked the lights for me when, after I moved the signals and whatnot. And he said they all worked, but I don't believe anybody. So we're going to go ahead and check the lights, make sure they all fucking work. And, then we'll be good. We'll get this thing out of here. I've got a toolbox up here just in case. We got her locked on there for whatever those things are worth. And so this is the old coupler. And they didn't have enough holes, so they made their own with a fucking torch. And this thing, this thing was sloppy, man. You could feel it move front and back, like even when you parked. And this bolt, I mean, it was tightish. But they fucked up this hole on this side whenever I assume whenever they cut those. This hole was okay. This bolt was kind of tight. This nut was loose. This was missing. I put all that in there. So now this is tight. And this is tight. There's anti-seize on there, man. I had to make sure I didn't get any on me. So hopefully, this is tight. and we won't have to worry about that breaking off or anything. But it's a good thing I only paid $3 for this trailer, man, because I've put a significant sum into it right now with the all the shit I've been doing. And I guess whenever I get back, I'm going to order new wheel seals, and I don't know about bearings. I'm going to inspect the bearings, I guess, before I throw money at it. But I'm going to at least put new wheel seal cylinders on there and put oil back in the fucking oil bath hubs. So I'm going to have to clean that shit up. I got some of this shit cleaned up tonight. I need to clean up the rest of the stuff. I need to find a home for that box back there. I don't know where to put it yet. And I got to get this coupler somewhere. This thing, like I said, I don't know if I said it in this video or not, but this thing was slamming up and down on the ball. So I figure this is worn. This just wasn't right. So I'm going to save it just in case, but it will be a just in case. But that's it for tonight, guys. It's fucking after 9 o'clock again, and I gotta go up there and eat dinner and shower and get ready for tomorrow. So we'll see you. Thanks for hanging out. Hey there. So the next day, Thursday now, I got this thing hooked up. It is a little bit lower in the front than it was, but it's because somebody had torched a hole in that neck and I didn't. So hopefully this is enough room, man. What do you think? Think I'll crush my bed rails? I sure fucking hope not. I'm gonna have to, because we are sitting level in the shop, you know what I mean? Might have to get a longer neck or drill another hole, man. Pretty lame. I didn't have a 7/8 bit, or I probably would have drilled one already, but what are you gonna do? Checking trailer lights and whatnot, and this one, it was loose, so I tightened it. There's not one on this side. I mean, there's not even any wiring on this side, so okay. He's worked. Same ones on that side work. Oh, and I just put that box up there, man. Put some junk in it. I got 2 come-alongs up there just in case. Set of battery cables, some lifting straps, and a couple straps, like ratchet straps. That's it. Instead of it sitting around my shop, I'll just leave it sit up there. You know, I just bolted it down with 6 3/8 grade 8 bolts and rib nuts. So this one doesn't work. This one doesn't work. This parking light doesn't work, but the turn signal works. This parking light works, but the turn signal doesn't work. This parking light works and the turn signal works. This parking light doesn't work and the turn signal works. So kind of to be expected, if I'm being honest. And I only say that because look at this, man. Like, look at what's going on here. Like, total freaking hack job, man. And I don't know how much I want to get into this. I mean, technically I do have working fucking lights, you know, but I guess I'll bust out the meter and see what's what, see what I have where. But that's where we're at, man. We're just trying to get this thing done, get this thing out of the fucking shop. It's in the way. It's taking up the whole place. And it's one thing after another. He has a guy that does his trailer wiring. He's really good, he says. And, you know, he does exactly how he wants. Okay. Okay. But I'm going to leave it here, man. And maybe I'll give you an update when I get this thing out of here and get the lights and shit working. Got my battery charged up overnight. I just used a plug-in charger. I gotta check this thing to make sure it works. So that turned out, you know, as best as it could, I guess, under the circumstances. That's where we're at, man. Like and subscribe and shit right here. Rat Rod Garage, all right. It's actually OG_ Rat Rod Garage. So if you're trying to find me, that might be why you can't find me. But I'll see what I can do about that. We'll see you. Welcome back. So, let's see if we can get this all in here. I think all my shit works. And one's down there I got working. One's up here I got working. And one's out here I got working. Yes, I know this one's yellow and that one's red. I don't understand people, but hey, whatever. So this did not get off to a great start because apparently my meter leads were bad. Who would have known? I guess that's why you're supposed to check them, huh? So I got a new set of meter leads on there. This one wasn't hooked up at all. This one down here had a bad ground. This one wasn't hooked up at all and didn't have a ground connected at all. It's all temporary service, by the way. I'm not leaving this thing like this. I'm not like the last guy, even though if you guys ever think that you can't do something, just remember the guy that wired this trailer does this shit for a fucking living, and people pay him for this. Wild. Anyway, this one, black wire was busted. This one had a ground that was just twisted together. It had a bad connection in the brown, and it's just, I mean, I don't even want to look at it, man. I go zip tie some of this rat's nest up. Temporary service, like I said. I mean, I'm at least going to cut the tails off my zip ties unlike somebody else. And I got to put this little cover back on. But now that we got that sorted, we're almost done. We should be done with the trailer, but we're not going to be. I have a set of strobes I'd like to put on this truck, but instead I'm going to drill this neck. So I don't know how well this looks on camera, but you can see that this is considerably lower in the front than it is in the back. You can see that it's not level at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that bolt out, the through bolt. It's supposed to be a pin, but I digress. And I'm going to loosen up them jam nuts after I got these jacks in the ground. And then I'm going to jack this thing up till it's where it's supposed to be. And I'm going to jam the jam bolts in there with the pin out, because obviously it won't have a hole to go into. Then I'm going to see if I can't drill, or at least start to drill, that coupler while it's in there. It's going to be hard because, you know, there's not this angle iron's in the way. Well, at least if I can mark it where the holes are going to go and then drill it. And I don't know if that's supposed to be 3/4 or 7/8, but this step bit stops at 7/8 and this one stops at 3/4. So regardless of what size it should be, I should be able to unibit this out. I'm going to drill a pilot hole and then see if I can unibit that thing. Unibits are pretty good, so I guess we'll see. But stay tuned for that, man. And then I need to be done because it's already getting late, man. And I just got a message. Hold on. Okay, some guy wants to sell me a drop axle. I messaged him like a fucking month ago. Well, probably not a month ago. It just seems like a month because I've been so damn busy. But that's it. That's it for right now. I gotta get back to it. Okay, goodbye. All right, bone diddlies. I got this drilled out. What I did was put the jacks down while it's still on the truck, and I loosened this bolt and I took it out, and then I loosened the jacking bolts until this was loosened in the coupler, right? The coupler was loose in the tube, whatever you want to call it, and then I jacked it up so it was pretty much level. It might have been like 1/4 inch high in the front, and then I put the bottom jacking bolt in, pulled the truck out. I marked the hole with a paint marker, the circumference of the hole, and then I pretty much just eyeballed the center of it, and I hit it with one of those automatic center punches. And then I loosened the jacking bolt and I pulled it down here, and I drilled the holes out with I started it with, like, I don't know, a smaller bit, less than 5/16, and then I just used 3 different step bits to step it up. The step bits really, I mean, they work fucking great. So yeah, it came down another, I think these holes are like 2 5/8, 2 3/4 apart, and I came down like somewhere between 3 and 3 1/4. So there's probably a little bit more space between this hole and the last hole, which is probably somewhere around here. But yeah, now hopefully we'll set level. We won't fuck up our bed sides. Wasn't really planning on doing that, but I figured I better. So we're going to get her hooked up and drag it outside while there's still sunlight. And I'm just going to drop it at the top of the hill. And I'm going to head over to Sean's. I'm going to drop these ratchets off from Mr. Snap-on because they both skip teeth. But, I mean, to be fair, they're probably both pretty old. So, he'll get me fixed up, which would be nice. And this trailer should hopefully be ready for this trip to Missouri. We're going to Missouri. Don't mess it up. They're way apart. So, just a brief synopsis on this thing. What happened here? I bought this trailer off Facebook Marketplace for $3,000. Tires looked good. I mean, for $3,000, the trailer looked pretty good. I added this angle in here, mounted the winch. I had these brackets from a different toolbox. I welded everything. I welded that to the frame, and then I put this 36-inch toolbox in here. We got everything wired up. It's locked right now, but I got it packed full of my chains and binders and all that bullshit. Group 31 battery in there. We have an SAE connector here somewhere. That one's connected to the solar charger, and there's another one tucked back in there that I can just use a regular trickle charger on. The fair lead is lower than I wanted, and I ended up having to space it out. But what are you gonna do? I might put a roller on this bulkhead here. I'm not sure. I had that toolbox in my barn, and it was full of water. And it wasn't, I wanted something that was going to be the complete width, because if I didn't put a 36-inch box in here, then I was going to have the 2-foot box, and then I was still going to have to make like a battery mount and shit. So I just said, fuck it. I spent the money for a 36-inch box. And actually, this one was scuffed up on the side that you can't see now. And whenever I bought it from Track Supply, I said, hey man, this thing's kind of beat up. Can you do anything for me? He took 15% off, so not bad. I think they were supposed to be like $379-ish or something. And that minus 15%, whatever that is. And that one, like I said, I cleaned it out, and I just mounted it up there. We got our solar charger up here. We gotta test it yet. And I just strapped the toolbox to the front for just in case. The wheel bearings. So I bought new caps and oil for these oil bath bearings. This one slam packed full of grease. Can't see the bearing or nothing. This one and the other two over here had some grease in them, nothing on the rollers. I'm just going to convert these back over to oil bath hubs like they're supposed to be. Whenever I get back, I'll just have to order seals, and I don't know if I'm going to order bearings or not. I might be able to just reuse these bearings depending on what they look like. So I'm going to order seals and take all this shit apart, put new fucking seals in it like the last guy should have, and then I got new caps and O-rings and bullshit for the end of the axle, and we'll fill it up with some lube. Then back here, we got all these lights working. Half of them worked, and by half I mean like one parking light would work, one turn signal would work, whatever. And wiring, basically just a hack job, you know. I fixed it temporary service. I'm at least going to have to rewire the back end of this trailer, and up there on the passenger side, hanging from the top, there's a marker light. There's nothing on the other side. Looks like a bracket broke off at one time. There's no wire up there or anything, so I'll probably have to rewire the front of this. I'll probably have to rewire the back of this. I'm going to get rid of these bullshit lights. I'm going to get rid of those bullshit lights. I'm just going to put the lights that belong in here. They got fucking cutouts for oval lights. I'm going to just put some new oval lights in there. This light's amber. This light's red. So I'm going to be buying a red or an amber light also, so it matches. But we got time to get that fixed up after we get back. This week has just been slam full of shit, and a lot of it was this fucking trailer. So I wanted to make sure that, one, I wasn't using a come along to bring anything up onto this trailer, and two, I wanted to make sure that I was going to make it to Missouri and back, man. So hopefully that happens. We got this new coupler on here that we just drilled, and the old one it was worn out in the ball area, but also this jacking bolt was busted off. This bolt was kind of tight, this nut was loose, and then this bolt wasn't very tight. So we got all that taken care of, and then we got whatever the fuck is going on here. Hey, look, we have a battery and a bird's nest, man. We don't have time for the bird's nest right now. We're probably gonna take that battery box out of there anyway and put a new battery in it, and I'm sure it's junk, but that's what we got going on. We abandon this box and just put another one in, man. It'll be fine. It's probably because it was riveted on. Like, you couldn't just drill out the rivets. Alright, whatever. I digress. Trailer, done enough from Missouri. Praise Jesus. Alright, I'll go hook this thing up and drag it out of here, man. And then, it's almost 4 o'clock, so I was going to put a set of strobes on this thing, but I'm not doing that now because this took too much of my time. So, that's all I got for right now. Thanks for hanging out, man.